When a race comes to town, it brings with it the glitz, glamour and excitement of the pro peloton. Whilst thousands see this excitement, few see the months of work that goes in beforehand to ensure the race goes ahead. InCycle spent the day with Andy Hawes, Route Director for the Tour of Britain, as he and his team put the finishing touches to Stage 3 of this year's Aviva Women's Tour.
We're in the marketplace, right in the centre of Ashbourne, in the middle of the Derbyshire Dales. There's a process that we go through to decide where we're going to start and finish, and it was decided that Ashbourne was to be the ideal starting place for Stage 3 of the Aviva Women's Tour. Today is the final route recce for Stage 3, so we'll just be checking the road surfaces are still in very good condition. We'll also go marking up the areas for my technical team so they know where the sprints are going to be, where the Queen of the Mountains location is going to be. And then the first stop will be in Buxton, where we'll mark up the first sprint of the day.
Andy and his team cover every inch of the race route multiple times, checking the road surface and potential hazards to ensure the day goes ahead safely.
We just check in. Obviously there's some defects in the road. We can see that Derbyshire Highways have been round and marked it up, so they're marked up ready for repair. So they should be repaired and all fixed and complete by the time the race comes through in 4 weeks' time. This right turn, Duncan, will be one of the major holding points to stop the traffic coming into Buxton. So just need to get somebody up here as quickly as we can. So we're at the foot of the first Queen of the Mountains in Allport, just about to mark up where the technical signage is going to go. This is actually the longest climb on the whole of this year's Women's Tour, just over 4 kilometres in length. So it's going to be a good test for the women. It's a pretty steady climb up. It's around sort of between 6 and 8% all the way up. It's about 10%. A little bit in the middle, and then it just sort of like eases out over the top. So it's not so much the severity of this climb; it's the length. So we're really spoilt for just about every sort of type of terrain that you could possibly want at the stage of a race. So nice steady climbs. We've got some short punchy climbs, and then obviously a bit later on in the stage we've got Bank Road in Matlock, which really is like a real sharp test. It's only 1 kilometre long, but around sort of like 18–19% for that 1 kilometre. That's going to be a real sort of test of strength.
The race organisers do these checks time and time again, painstakingly going through every possible outcome with one main focus.
Rider safety is paramount. It's why we do everything that we do. We've obviously gone through all of the routes. This will be the 3rd drive of this route. And every time we go through, we pick up new little bits and pieces. And this builds into a very comprehensive route risk assessment. We do look at everything, and it really is important for us to make sure that come the day, we've done absolutely everything that we can do to ensure that the rider's safety is the top priority of the day.
With 2,000 metres of climbing and at over 100 kilometres in length, the Queen stage of this year's Aviva Women's Tour is a daunting one, with the last test waiting for the riders at the finish.
We're in Chesterfield, in the Market Square, the finish for Stage 3 of the Aviva Women's Tour. Just over 109 kilometres after leaving Ashbourne this morning. The finish is just 250 metres behind me there. Going to be quite a great finish, quite narrow, so should get good atmosphere, and also cobbled, so the last sort of 350 metres are going to be run off on cobbles. So through all the sort of climbing that we've put them through and the descending, just to finish them off, just to really make their day, we've got the cobbled section for them.
As the final preparations are put in place for this year's race, attention turns to the future for the race and its role in women's cycling.
We have got the continued sponsorship of Aviva for the Women's Tour this year. We will be looking for title sponsors for the Women's Tour and for the Tour of Britain for next year. The event has grown quicker than even we thought it probably would. This is only the 3rd year. The 2nd year we got HC category, and obviously this year we've gone to World Tour. So to be part of that in 3 years, I think is just a measure of the sort of like the excitement that's behind women's cycling at the moment, and we just want to grow on that.